Good morning, and let's look at the top 5 stocks to watch out for today. So starting with Infosys first. Now, on the back of a very strong set of numbers, we could see some movement here in the stock today. Now, overall, the management commentary has also been quite strong, and the FY21 revenue guidance as well as the operating margin guidance has been revised upwards by the company. Now, let's talk about overall what is the revised guidance. So, the growth guidance is revised upward to 2-3% in constant currency terms with the revenue growth guidance, while the operating margins also have been revised upwards to 23 to 24%. Now let's talk about the quarter 2 numbers. Now revenue growth was at 4% QOQ in constant currency terms, along with the EBITDA margin expansion of around 270 basis points on a quarter-on-quarter basis, and that stood at around 25.4% for the company. Now the IT major has also reported very strong deal wins as well as a lower attrition also. So that is also a very positive sign coming in here from Infosys. And overall, if you're going to see the profits of the company, that is also up nearly 14% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Now the large deals signed by the company are worth around $3.15 billion US, while the IT services attrition is also reduced to 7.8%. So surely we're going to keep an eye out on Infosys today. Now moving on to another company which has reported a very strong set of numbers is Tata Elxsi. Now the Q2 quarter numbers have been quite strong and good performance by the company. The revenue is up by around 7.4% on a quarter-on-quarter basis, while the profits of the company are at 78 crores and are up by 14% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. Now overall, the management's commentary has also been quite positive. They said that going ahead in the second half of the year, they expect a strong. They do have a strong deal pipeline also across their geos, and also overall the strong significant deals is something they are going to pursue and continue to pursue, and they expect this good momentum to continue in the second half of H2 FY21 as well. So overall, a very positive sign again coming in from Tata Elxsi as well. Now moving on to Coal India. Now this stock will be in focus as the local coal prices are expected to come down due to the surplus stock that is there in the country. Now the Power Minister said yesterday that companies are sitting on a lot of coal stocks, and so if the subsidiaries are made independent and compete against each other, he expects that there will be the coal prices will be coming down, is what he's mentioned. So let's see how this actually impacts Coal India, and how do we see Coal India's performance today also in trade. Now moving on to cinema halls as well as multiplexes are set to reopen today in many states. So we're going to keep an eye out on PVR and Inox and other multiplex stocks as well. So very interesting. Today finally, after months that we are seeing since March, now finally the lockdown for multiplexes is opening up, obviously with restrictions and new SOPs. So interesting to see how the cinema stocks are going to perform today in trade. And lastly, we have Aurobindo Pharma, which will be in focus on the back of Goldman Sachs note and report which they've written. The Goldman Sachs believe they've maintained a buy stance on the company with a target price of around 1,060 rupees per share. They believe that Aurobindo Pharma is has a differentiated pipeline which could obviously fuel the growth in the next phase, and further push it ahead in the next phase as well. And overall, they have raised their FY22 FY23 EPS estimate to 5%. Now that they believe that the company has more increasing contributions from more stable generics as well, and Goldman Sachs has acknowledged the company's consistent execution over the past 5-year cycle as well. So that is very positive, which they believe for the company, and we're going to keep an eye out on all these stocks today.